think we're live. Hey, everybody. So we are going to be talking about some people and kind of a whole weird scenario. As I have been channeling on my Patreon page about the blue star, and the blue star is a ship that's above us. So it's not a planet, it's a ship. And it has the elites on it. It has like the Council of the 12 go on to the blue star, and they help mankind and help in all situations and any fighting or anything that has to happen. Has like all different groups up there. And I think you guys know that if you're in my channeling. And so lately I've been seeing this Indian nation group, and it's like a chief and other followers. And there's like a group of them, like tribe, not probably about 5 of them I saw on the council. And they stand by their chief, and they have these headdresses on, which were really interesting, and a little bit of painting on their face. But the chief's face is plain; he doesn't have any painting, and a lot of crow feathers on the headdress. And they all have the long black hair, and they're just totally Native American, very warrior-like, just average men, but a little bit defined, but not like really buff. And so I had experience when I was walking the other day, and a crow was crowing, and in my mind I just said, "Are you talking to me?" And all of a sudden I had this huge burst of energy, and it was amazing. And then I went around the corner where I was walking, and the crow followed me, went to another tree, and then more energy hit me. I mean, just from the top of my head all the way down. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I have to go home, because then I started getting the crow people, and I got these men that I keep seeing on the star are the elite of Shamanic Journeymen. And I think Journeymen are someone that's in training. And then I'm going to go through Shamanism and then the crow people a little bit. And so last night I got up, and I have a mannequin that actually I have her right here. And I have her on I use her as a model for, because you could put earrings in her, and I could put necklaces here. And this goes on my Bella Boutique 101, because I do a lot of jewelry. And so she's my model that models the jewelry and I take pictures of it because she has holes in her ears there. So I had her on a shelf that was like way up, and I passed her last night, and see, these eyes are painted with eyelashes. I mean, it doesn't move. Her eyes look down at me. Her eyes actually went like this and looked down at me. And I went, oh. So I stopped and I stared at her, and I went, oh, if you do that again, I am running to my room and locking the door. And she didn't do it again, but she stopped me in my tracks. So I backed up, and I stood in the center of my room, my living room, and I was blasted with energy. I mean, when you have spirit there, it blasted me. And I went, okay. And so I grabbed my rods, my rods I use, and I said, is this my guide? And said, no. And then I get kind of fearful because it was such a strong energy. I thought, who the heck is here? So I go, are you a friend? And it said, yes. And I said, are you foe? It said, no. And then I said, are you the crow people? It said, yes. And I said, do you want me to channel you? And it said, yes. So my channeling for that is on my Patreon from last night. Super strong energy. And then after I channeled, I thought, oh, I'm going to go to bed because it's like midnight. And I was told to lay down flat on my bed with my hands to my side, and that they were going to do something over me, a ceremony of some sort. And I could see it in my head. I saw a man that he had like on his legs, like here's his leg, that from the knee down was all black feathers, and it was a shoe, like a boot. And he was tan, and he had long black hair, and he had the crow feathers and crow like here going like that feathers, and he had black feathers in his hand. And then another guy was drumming, and he was doing this dance, and the feathers were over my body. He was doing something with the feathers over my body, so I was supposed to hold still and go stay really straight, and then I fell asleep. So it was just a really, and then they said they're going to stay with me all night and all day, and then I'll channel him today. So when I channel him, I'm a little bit nervous about when I channel him, he's strong. He's strong. They're warriors, and they said they put the energy, their DNA in Earth, and they do have Native Americans that are still their DNA, the pure DNA of them. That is why Native Americans appreciate the Earth so much, and appreciate everything that Mother Earth offers us, is because they understand it, because it's their DNA. They put their DNA in the earth. So why would you disrespect your DNA? So, just saying. I'm going to talk about a shaman journey that I went through. I talked about this a little bit on my Patreon channel. There's a lady here, or she was here, that was trained as a shaman, or by different shamans. And so she would do during full moons, once a month, we would have a circle at her business. And we'd talk and we'd draw cards. And a lot of people that would attend this were psychic. So it was really kind of cool, because then you had other psychics that would kind of answer your questions, or they would look at you and see what they see, because every psychic has their own different talents and abilities. And so I really enjoyed it. And they would invite, all of us to say a little bit something about everybody's voyage. So during this shamanic full moon, she led us on a journey. And so you close your eyes and she would lead you on a journey. And so journey, she would put us in a tent. It was kind of like a sweat lodge thing, but with no sweat. And there would be a group of Native Americans, and we'd be sitting in the center of them. So they're all around us. And then there would be she kind of let us choose. There would be a person that would be smoking a spiritual pipe, one of those long pipes. And they would blow the smoke around us to do a cleansing and a vision. So everybody had their own vision, as she walked us through it. So she let you come out of it at your own time, because everybody was different. Some people came out of the vision fast, some people slow. I usually would be medium when I would come out of a vision, but somehow I stayed in this, and I was the last one out. And so everybody's staring at me because I'm just like going through my vision. So after that, then she would want us all to go around and tell about our vision, what we saw. So I said, she was sitting next to me and she wanted to start with me. I go, can I have you start with the girl next to me and go around all these people and then come back to me last? And she said, sure. So I closed my eyes and I went back in because I wasn't done yet. And so in mine, everybody said, oh, I saw flowers and butterflies and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, whoa, I got something way different. And so I went back in. So I had a group of the Native Americans sitting around me. I'm sitting in the center. I had 2 men and a woman, and she was a very old woman, very thin, but old woman, very wrinkly. And she had the gray, black hair. And the 2 men stood like on each side of her. And she smoked the pipe, like breathed it in, and she held her breath with the smoke in. And then she walked over to me in the center of the circle, and she blew it on my forehead. She blew that ceremonial smoke on my forehead. She just went blowing it right on my forehead. And she'd breathe in the pipe again, she'd hold it for a minute, and then she'd blow it on my forehead. She did that 3 times. And I thought, why are you blowing that on my forehead? And so when it came to my turn to speak, I said, well, I didn't get anything flowery. But I said, and I told him about this woman and that she was blowing the smoke on my forehead, right at my third eye, and my intuitiveness and my sight. And so I was expecting everybody to say, well, that means this, that means this. And I expected the shaman lady to say, well, that means this. No one said a word. No one said a word. And so I looked to the lady that's the shaman, like, can you help me out here? What does this mean? And she goes, well, that's really interesting. She goes, in all the years I've done this, no one has said that. And everybody's going, wow, that's really interesting. And no one helped me. So still to this day, don't know exactly what that means, why that lady was breathing that ceremonial smoke right onto my forehead. And it seems like when she blew it on my forehead, it went, I mean, it wasn't like, it was like long. It's like it filled her lungs and was coming out of her, and it was just a long time. And she did it 3 times. So that was my journey. So shamanic practice is the earliest known form of religion that our ancestors experienced. The different number of spiritual techniques used to expand consciousness during this practice is provoked by mystical experiences, and they're very astonishing. These practices range from chanting, fasting, and natural immersion, and sometimes incessant trance dancing. And some of the people ingest hallucinogen plants. So I've heard of that. I've heard of the hallucinogen plants. There's a lady that takes people out in Arizona, and they lay somewhere in Arizona, and then I don't know, she has them breathe in smoke of these plants, and then they go into a hallucinogen vision, and then they feel really sick the next day. So I don't care to do that. I don't think I have to do that. But I think some people, in order to transcend, they use hallucinogen drugs. And then by using hallucinogenic drugs, it's a chance that you may not be getting the most whole picture of a vision, or clean picture, put it that way. Shamanism is let's see, okay, I just read that. So this is what they're talking about. Shamans are referred to anybody who contacts a spirit world while in an altered state of consciousness. Then it goes to those who contact a spirit world while in an altered state of consciousness at the behest of others. Others lead them in to that altered state. And then the third definition is shaman from other magic religion specialists who are believed to contact spirits, such as mediums, witch doctors, spiritual healers, or prophets, by claiming that shamans undertake some particular technique not used by others. Then their fourth definition is shamanism, to refer to as indigenous religion of Siberia, neighboring part of Asia. And also they call the shamans sometimes priest. So I thought it was pretty cool. Then the Crow people, this indigenous group, which they'll probably talk to you about. Now, when I channel last night, it was really strong, and I may look like I'm going, and I don't know, my mouth was doing something weird, and so if I look weird while I channel this, I just know that is them coming through, and it's very breathy. I have very breathy exhales with this man. And the chief, before I started this, I'm sitting here getting ready because I usually go into a meditation before I start and ask for the white light. He's going to sit down in me. And I've never seen anything like this, but he's going to come in when I channel and he's going to just sit down into my body. So I will be completely immersed with him. So the Crow people, and it looks like they're in Montana, the Crow tribe of Montana. Crow Indians are Plains tribe who speak Crow language, part of a Missouri River Valley branch of Siouan language. Of the 1,400 enrolled tribe members, about 3,000 speak Crow language in 2007. During the expansion of the West, the Crow Nation was allied with the United States against neighbors and rivals as the Sioux and Cheyenne. They talk about the Crow living in Yellowstone River Valley, which extends to the present day Wyoming through Montana and North Dakota, which joins the Missouri River. Since the 19th century, Crow people have been concentrated on their own reservation, established south of Billings, Montana. I used to go to Billings all the time. Today, they live in several major main western cities. So that's very interesting. It looks like Montana seems to be the main one. The deep crow makes 3 magical resistance. The ancient deep crow has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical efforts. Shadow stealth is what the crow is called, and they probably were great hunters. While in dim light or darkness, the ancient crow can take a hide action, HIDE action, as a bonus action. It's called the multi-attack. That's pretty much all I got. So let me go through some cards and then we'll go into some channeling. So I asked the Crow members that were here to pull the cards for today for everybody. And so the first one is called Brilliant Ideas. And yes, your ideas are divinely guided. Please take action to bring your ideas to fruition. The next one is my favorite, Archangel Michael. This is one of my favorite cards. I am protecting you against low energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And that kind of came out in my channeling session, that we're protected. And the animal card, I wanted them to choose, which is very interesting because I don't think I've gotten either one of these. It's regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on new cloak. You are a master of regeneration, and it's the lizard because they lose their skin. Then the next one is another animal card who came out. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone and find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So Patience, the heron. Let's see if you can see that. Okay. And I want to talk really fast about, I got a new book, Welcome to the Future by Megan Rose. She has seen Pleiadians. So I got this, and this was like $19 for this book. Look how thin that book is. It's 70 pages. I wrote a 70-page book. I charged $9 for it. So I was really upset that I got a book that was like 70 pages for $20 about. So I haven't read it yet. It's kind of in 2021. It's okay. I haven't read it, so I can't give it judgment. I really like this girl. I think I have asked if she's true. Most everything is true. When does interviews. Some of the interviewers are not real. They are fabricated. They give themselves. Anyway, so if you want to read a book in 2 seconds, this one. I wouldn't buy it. I do ebook because this is too expensive for a little book like that. That's just me as a writer, so it's up to you. But I think this girl is true. She's cute. She's really nice. And I've asked about her, but she, on some of the interviews that she does, are not true. And with the book that I'm going to be doing, I think it's going to be really cool because I'm going to start doing sketching. Like this is hers, like sketching. And that's her Pleiadian. I've not seen a Pleiadian with short hair like that. I know everybody says Pleiadians have these eyes that go up like this. I've not seen that, but I've only seen Zeph and his group. So I haven't seen all the Pleiadian groups. There might be different ones. But this guy has a chiseled jawline, and I just noticed that he has a cleft on his chin because I know Zeph has a cleft on his chin too. I just noticed that she did that. So interesting. So my book, I'm going to start drawing everybody I'm channeling. It's going to take me forever. But this is another one she has. And I wanted to do like the type of species, like I'm drawing Zeph right now. And I wanted to capture the beauty of his eyes. And I can't do it in color because I'm going to do this all in charcoal and pencil. But I want people to feel them. I want you to get to know them because you know my channeling. And then I will talk about them in the book. And then I'm going to do a channeling and they have them give you a message of love. Because it's all benevolent, and good and light. So I'm just doing mine of light. I'm not going to do any of them in darkness. So, okay, we are going to channel. So I have my grounding here. So I'm going to keep grounded because his energy is super strong. And he's going to, as I say, sit in me. And we're going to go for this. So here we go. We are the Crow people. We are a nation of strength, sovereignty. We know your species well. We were the first, as I have said before, but I know many of you do not know this. We have planted our feet firmly on this ground. We know this earth. As we have said before, this earth is our DNA. We tilled this earth with others of sovereignty and light. We are the warriors. We are the caretakers. We are the light of this earth. We give it life. We give it love. We're allowed to go to many universes and create this to be so again and again. You're a product of who we are. You're a product of what we are. Many of you have been watered down with many broken DNA manipulations of codes and sequences. This has happened in other worlds, but not to this extent. That's why you fight. That's why there is so much evil upon this earth. Because through generations, you have become fallible, broken, lost. The strength of the warriors only plays on to my species, my indigenous species that carry the DNA of Mother Earth in them. We honor the earth still, as you do not. You know nothing of who we are. We are here to tell you that we are alive. We will come back one day in full force upon this earth to fight for you and to fight for the earth. Know the warriors are ready and willing, and we will ride our horses upon this land again. Those that are weak and fearful will be trampled by our horses. Those of evil that have placed evil upon another will be trampled by our horses. For we ride, and we are fierce, and we have no fear. We know this earth, we know its DNA, and it will thrive again. Those that are awakened and have light and understanding will ride with us, will run with us as we run on the ground with bare feet. As the crows fly and lead us and guide us, you are with us or you are against us. You choose. We work with the councils of the Federation. We thrive with them. They know our strength. Our strength is numbered. Our strength is powerful. We have the power and lightning of God in us. We run with the wind at our back. Many of you stand in the wind and face it head on. You are warriors, those that face the wind head on. Your strength is seen as we stand with you and we hold you up so you can face it. Touch the trees, for they have light in them, an energy that will be sent forth to you and strengthen you. Their roots are deep now. They will not fall. They stand strong against the elements of evil. They cleanse the air and purify the winds that blow. We have seen your evil. We have seen it on other worlds. Other worlds promote and challenge this evil. This evil is a dark cloud that has been growing upon your earth It is hard to cleanse it. It is hard to rid ourselves of it. God sees it. He has allowed it. But it will be pushed back. Because the warriors are coming now. We are coming down upon the earth. Many of you will see us, and you will know us by our face and our eyes, for we will look common to you, because we can walk into any body and hold it for a while to achieve what needs to be achieved. We are the Crow people. We are the elite of the shamanistic governments upon multi-realms of light. We fight the darkness. We fight the energy of darkness. We have our ways. We can help you if you seek it. When you see a crow or crows in the air, ask us to talk to you, for we ride with them. They are our eyes. We see through them, and we can look at you. We see your energy. We see you. We walk with you. As you walk out of this world, take yourself away from your societies, for they are harming your soul. Walk on the earth. Walk to the earth. Talk to the earth and respect it. Because as you walk, you're walking on us. We are there. We were the first upon this earth to plant the energy of our souls in the earth. That's why our groups understand who the earth is. It is them. It is their DNA. They do not disrespect their own as you disrespect your own. Fight for goodness. Fight for yourselves. Stand strong as warriors. This is your time to ride with us. I am wearing out my energy with this vessel. Respect those that speak to you through oracleship. Respect them, for they are the mouthpiece given to you in ways you know not even of. Ooh. Okay. Right. Had to break that. He was too strong. Woo. All right, guys. I think I said everything you need to say. If you have any questions, let me know. Wow. And last night when I was channeling him, I wanted to cry like that. And he wouldn't let me. He goes, do not shed a tear because it's a sign of weakness. I said, sorry. I don't know why I cry. I don't know if it's a type of release. I don't know. So, all right, guys. Peace out. I love you. Have a great day. And I will see you next week. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Minpin. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace out. Love ya. Bye. And if you want to know more information, go to the Patreon channel. I have lots of great channels on there that are a little bit more intimate than I can do on YouTube. Bye.